To kick off the spring season, we have none other than Demon Slayer's Love Hashira, and trust me when I say she's almost perfect. Having Mitsuri Kanroji as a figure review to kick off the spring season is a great pleasure, especially from BUZZmod. We haven't seen this figure for about 6 months now, and now it's finally here after pre-ordering. It may be more than 6 months for all I know. I do have two issues with this figure, so let's go ahead and get right into it, seeing what all comes with the figure. Taking a closer look of what all the figure comes with, you're going to find 5 different faceplates, which I think are great for the figure. Now, my only issue with these faceplates is going to be this one right here, as the black dots underneath the eyelashes make it seem like a smiling face, and that the eyes are indeed open. They just don't have any color, if that makes sense. Like the colors have been drawn out of the eyes, and that's how it looks to me. If you feel the same, comment below, drop a like. But let's continue. Now you're going to be getting the figure itself. That looks really good. You have her nutrient blade here as well. The whole set, as you will. Then you have her wired soft good coat, which looks good, feels great too. And then you're going to be getting 4 pairs of hands. Now here in the back, you're going to see that you have her crouch down legs so that you can layer on the mat back here as well. That's pretty much a standard. All Demon Slayers figures have that except for the demons and for Nezuko, I believe. And then you get her fully unsheathed nutrient blade here that's extended out. Now this is where my second issue with this figure is. Although I appreciate that we're having this and that it is practical in a sense, the fact that we don't have another set of nutrient swords with the blade itself and the handle is just like, I'm shocked honestly, because that was a missed potential, and really it would have set this figure ahead of what it is now actually. So 2 complaints with this figure is going to be the faceplate here and the fact that we don't get another unsheathed nutrient blade. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and take the figure out and have a closer look. For a size comparison, I have the Storm Collectibles Ryu and then the Mezco Toys Mosquash. And unfortunately, I don't have any BUZZmod Demon Slayer figures at the moment to do a size comparison, so this is the best I can do for you. So kind of use this as a reference for her size comparison. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and bring her in for a closer look. Now, having her in for a closer look, the one thing that I will always say, and this is true to a T, you have to be very careful when dealing and messing around with the BUZZmod figures because they are seemingly fragile. Okay, I've broke 3 figures in the past just from being too aggressive. This isn't like your SH Figuarts or your Storm Collectibles where you can just pick them up and pose them any which way. Because with this figure, you have to be careful. Like her hairpiece here, for example, these pop out. Her arm can come off as well. So like even like when you go put on the jacket and things like that, those can be little annoyances that could build, I guess, like I don't know, resentment over time. So just be mindful of that with these figures. Now, as far as getting them all posed up and stuff, that shouldn't be an issue because her legs are like really good. And I would say that you're gonna have a better time with this figure with the jacket off. With the jacket on, it may not be the best time for you. But yeah, the figure looks really good. It's vibrant. We can go ahead and take a look at the articulation real quick. So we'll go ahead and take this off. See how the hand just popped off? So you have to kind of be careful. And I will say that I am not a fan of these pegs. I hope in the future, you know, especially with all these new figures coming out and things like that, we have something updated maybe. That'd be great. Or if they were just to re-release the whole line again with updated bodies, that'd be nice. So she can look up this much. She can look down this much, which is pretty good. Lean side to side, of course. Turn her head. For the arms, the arms look good. Nice T-pose there. These are going to be single jointed elbows, and you can see all the hinges and things like that. You have a bicep swivel, but you have to be careful because boom, you know, which this actually in hindsight is probably a nice thing, because should any of the Demon Slayers get injured, right, in your photography or what have you, you can make it to where their arm has been cut off and things like that. So that's probably a good thing. So yeah, we'll just put it back in here. Okay, just like so. Now, yes, and the wrist does rotate and hinge as well. Now, when you get down here to the torso, it's good. Tuck out this much, tuck in this much. You know, rock side to side. It's much better than the Daki action figure. The Daki figure was just terrible. I mean, you couldn't even do these kind of poses without the whole top half falling off. It was just bad, really bad. So I do like how they are making improvements here and there. I think that's nice. And then down for the legs, you really can't do a split. The articulation in the legs, they're not quite there yet. You know, they're getting there. That's one thing I will say about BUZZmod, is that they're getting there. So you can kind of see like the posability, how you can get her legs all out and stuff like that. For the knees, I mean, really, I'm not even sure I would call that single or double jointed knees. Maybe single. But yeah, they look really good. They have a nice dent there as well. The feet can extend out. You have your toe pivot. I would say probably the highlight on this figure is going to be maybe the articulation. Definitely. And the overall presentation, it's very accurate to the source material as well. It's a solid figure, but it's just like little things that, you know, that may build up over time. Overall, though, presentation, articulation, it's great. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and look into all the accessories. So, to kick off the accessories, here is the Nutrient blade, you can see, which is our regular katana here. It looks good. The paint looks nice. No quality control issues I can really notice right off, except for like right here. Maybe you can see that little chip. It looks like, and it's not even a chip on the paint itself. It's just like an extra, like an overlay, I guess. I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and take a look at what you're probably most intrigued with, and that is going to be her sword here. So this is like a, think of it like a soft good with a wire. That's basically what it is. You can have it all types of shapes and forms and things like that, which is pretty cool. So they did nail that. Honestly, they did. They did a great job on this. It would have been nice to have a little bit more, you know, going back to the blade by itself. Because I'm pretty sure she can also make it stiff and straight as well. But yeah, this is the blade. It looks good. It feels good. Nothing, you don't have to worry about it breaking, hopefully. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue on. And I'm going to show you how to put on her white jacket here. Nothing special, it's just white, that's all it is. Now, with this, I would go ahead and remove the hands. I'm going to speed this up for you so you can see it a lot faster. And there it goes. That's how it looks. So I think it looks great. My only issues is that when you go to pose her around and stuff like that, if you try to extend it too much, the arms will definitely fall out and the elbows will come out as well. So there's not a lot of movement that you can pull off, but just enough, you know, if you want to get her in those nice poses and things like that, you can definitely make it happen. You can see here. So stuff like that. But yeah, now let's go ahead and take a look at the legs real fast and then the mat, and we'll finish off with the pairs of hands and the face plates, which typically I do those first, but in this review we're just going to go ahead and knock this stuff out of the park. So here are the legs, and again, these are just for kneeling down on the mat here as standard. I guess one day some collector out there will have all of them that they can kneel down on the mat, and it will make for an awesome shot. And then here we are here. Now, one thing I will say, and I forgot to mention this, is that, and by the way, yeah, I did get cut because the plastic trays, for whatever reason, are being really difficult to take off, and I got cut by that. So there's something else you need to worry about with these figures. So this little piece back here, it does move around and things like that, and it actually comes off. Like, I'm not sure why that was necessary, but I guess it's something extra to add to the figure. There's joints back here too, I forgot to cover. Here as well, you can move these. And even like this can come out too. So you can pretty much take the whole figure apart, really. Like, you can have a piece of her hair get cut off in a photographer shot. All types of things, which is pretty good to have that kind of display option. Alright, so let's wrap this up with the face plates, pairs of hands, and then the conclusion. As you can see, here are the 5 face plates, and they all look great. I do love the bright and dark green in her eyes. It looks great. It's just the one faceplate for me that kind of has me iffy about it because it kind of catches me off guard. But other than that, yeah, the faceplates look amazing. Here are the 4 pairs of hands you're going to get with this figure. As you can see, we have our open, relaxed hands, our closed fists, and then the blade holding hands, and then our blade stylish hands. And then that is going to cover it for the pairs of hands. Not too much, but just enough. To conclude this review, I am grateful that BUZZmod took the time to make this figure. I think it's a character we may not see come from Tamashii Nation or Good Smile Company, so that alone is worth letting you give it a shot. Now, if you can find this figure for $100 or less, I would say go for it. I know in the community a lot of controversy surrounding the price has been a topic, but depending on where you get your figure from will determine the price, right? I got this figure for less than $100, so if you can find it for that, I would say go for it. Now, the figure itself, I feel like it could have been better. I did mention the 2 issues I had with the figure. And it feels like every BUZZmod figure I do, the review that I do, the figure could always be better. Now, I did not feel that way about the Advancing Demon Mode Nezuko, which I think today is still the best Demon Slayer BUZZmod action figure on the market. But that's just my opinion. So yes, this figure, it's nice, it's vibrant, the articulation is a highlight. You know, you can't not forget about the articulation with this figure. It is good. And yeah, you know, I look forward to seeing what's going to be next, which is going to be Muchiro. Muchiro's coming out very soon. We're going to be reviewing him on the channel. So if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. If you enjoyed this review, drop a like. If you haven't seen my Nezuko review, definitely go check that out. Definitely check out the BUZZmod review playlist. Go ahead and watch all of them and see if you come to the same conclusion as I did. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.